4 of the 5 teams really have odds indicating that they are likely to make the playoffs. So sorry about that, Orioles fans. But is it possible here, Erik, that Yankees, Rays, Jays, and Sox all make the playoffs this season? We do have an expanded postseason now, 12 teams total.
It's absolutely possible. I think if you were to ask me who are the 6 best teams in the American League, I would include all 4 of those, plus the White Sox and the Astros. The thing is, for all 4 of the AL East teams to make it, you'd have to have things not go wrong for any of them. And I think the odds are, when you're talking about 4 total teams, things are going to go wrong for somebody. And there is a tier of pretty decent contenders in the Twins, Mariners, and maybe Angels. I would expect one of those teams to pass whichever the AL East teams gets hit hardest by the injury luck or bad luck in general, especially because the AL East teams are going to beat each other up. So I do think they are the 4 of the 6 most talented teams, but it's very likely that one of them will fall apart and have a very disappointing 80-win season.
Okay, Nick, you see 80% of that division making the postseason?
It's wild, but looking at what happened last year, you had 3 90-win teams in the same division. I think when you look at the bottom of the barrel of the American League, including the Orioles, who all these teams are going to see as 18 or 19 times in the course of the season, I think they're going to beat up on a lot of those teams. You look at these offenses, and obviously the Rays, it's a lineup that maybe you would question, any given year on any other team, but it's the Rays. They know how to win ball games. They know how to construct a roster better than anybody, pretty much. But yeah, I agree with Erik. It's the White Sox coming out of the Central. We think it's going to be the Astros coming out of the West, unless you're talking to Steve. But then again, Seattle is going to be that team that's going to be nipping at the bottom team's heels when we're talking about the Red Sox, Jays, Rays, and Yankees. In the wild card. I think the Twins also are kind of a long shot, but that being the case, Erik's right that something could go wrong with one of these teams or a couple of these teams, but something could go wrong with the Twins and the Mariners as well. So I still think, the Twins and Mariners, but I still think that it's going to be these 4 teams coming out of it, with the Mariners maybe making one team sweat.